Good morning. I am Perry Montrose, Director of Faith Formation at All Souls, and I am joined this morning by Reverend Carolyn Paterno and the coming of age class of 2020 with their parents. As you can hear, they're all seated in front of us, masked and socially distanced. What a year to come of age. It may feel like we all have come of age in 2020, but these youth have been on a special journey of growth. When we introduced this group of youth to the congregation just over a year ago and sent them to Boston on a UU heritage tour shortly after, we could not have imagined being here in the Peace Garden the next fall. The surrounding context has certainly affected the youth's conversations and reflections on life, death, good, evil, God, spirituality, and justice. In Unitarian Universalism coming of age, we do not ask the youth to affirm a predetermined set of beliefs, but rather to discern who they are, knowing this will evolve as it does for all of us. This individual reflection does not happen in isolation. The process happens in the context of a faith community. For all of them, having community has not only spurred growth, but been an anchor through a year of shifting seas. They have ridden the waves and landed here today after the long journey. Through it all, they have remained connected as a group. The meaning of this time together will go on long after today. We are thankful for Jesse's expert tech skills, Tammy's slides, Tanya and Caitlin bringing us song, and Bill's artistry in music. Most of all, we are glad you are present to be part of this special service. So, I invite you to settle in, take a deep breath, let it out, and enjoy what the youth have to offer.
We gather today to celebrate the coming-of-age youth blossoming into adulthood. Blossoming happens over many years. We've grown here at All Souls in each other's presence and in yours.
We give thanks and say welcome to All Souls, where all souls are welcome. Welcome to the Coming of Age service. And now, I invite you to join Caitlin in singing our opening hymn, This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
This light unites us. This light unites us with our neighbors and friends. Most importantly,
This light unites us within ourselves. Our hearts, our souls, our spirits, this light unites us.
Good morning. Ahead of the reading and the credos that will be shared, I just want to frame how this experience finally culminates for the youth. So all of the youth who participated in this experience are not necessarily here. Amaya James is in Ohio, and others who are here and gathered will be participating in different ways, some by offering a reading and others by offering a credo. All of these offer a peek into their growth and who they are as individuals. So we begin with a reading, and Gabe and Olive will start us off.
It Matters What We Believe by Sophia Lyon Faz. Some beliefs are like walled gardens. They encourage exclusiveness and the feeling of being especially privileged.
Other beliefs are expansive and lead the way into wider and deeper sympathies.
Some beliefs are divisive, separating the saved from the unsaved, friends from enemies.
Other beliefs are bonds in a world community where sincere differences beautify the pattern.
Some beliefs are like blinders, shutting off the power to choose one's own direction.
Other beliefs are like gateways, opening wide vistas for exploration.
Some beliefs weaken a person's selfhood. They blight the growth of resourcefulness.
Other beliefs nurture self-confidence and enrich the feeling of personal worth.
Some beliefs are rigid and impotent in a changing world.
Other beliefs are palatable, like the young sapling ever growing with the upward thrust of life.
Thus ends the reading.
I have been a Unitarian Universalist and part of All Souls my entire life. Throughout, I've met a lot of cool and interesting people and have made lasting and strong friendships. And today, I come of age with many of these people. In Coming of Age, we covered subjects that are deeply rooted in our society. As we talked about them, I came to understand myself and my peers a little better. For instance, while talking about good and evil, I learned that I tend to group people into those two categories before really getting to know them. As I learned more about them, I realized they fall somewhere betwixt the two, as on a spectrum. While talking about communities and community building, I learned that I value talking to people I might not know yet, and being kind and open, and trying to attract more people into my community. It's important to have a large, strong community around you. Statistically speaking, the more people around you, the higher the chance that someone will be there to help if you need it. I would like to talk about the All Souls community. It's a community I hold close to my heart. There's so much caring and kindness within this building and its people that it has become more than just a church building. It has become the community itself. My science teacher freshman year described his wife as an All Souls type person. You just have to trust me when I say that he meant she is super cool and epic and awesome. When building a community, I want there to be as many All Souls type people as possible. I think the traits of All Souls type people are that they're caring and kind for starters, but if you get to know them a little more, they show that they're compassionate and have deep emotional depth. They understand their limits, but will push themselves to that limit to stand up for what they believe in. At the same time, they can be the most mellow and chillaxed people you meet. I love that about people, mostly because that's how I view myself. I hold myself to the same standards I do other people. Someone who has a strong voice and can stand up for themselves and others when needed, yet can just relax and take life as it comes. That's what I continue to aspire to be. Someone who impacts the world on a serious issue, but I still keep my sense of humor. One really fun aspect of this whole journey was our trip to Boston. I really enjoyed my time there. I got to meet new, like-minded youths from the Madison Church, one of which I'm still friends with, and I got closer to people who I've known for years now. I also got to really know people who I had just met. In the end, I came out with more friends and better friends. It was a great time, I had an absolute blast, and it set the mood for the rest of coming of age. Let's talk about the beginning of a weird format for coming of age. In the late period of coming of age, COVID-19 was declared a pandemic. We didn't go back to school, and we weren't returning to church. We switched everything up and went on Zoom to continue our meetings. For most of us, it was pretty strange. For Yamaya, it was business as usual. Not being able to meet in person was definitely a big downfall for me. I love these people, and for some, coming of age was the only way for us to actually hang out. However, doing virtual meetings for coming of age definitely had a positive impact. Seeing inside other people's homes kind of gave a look into their soul, and it allowed us to see more than we usually would if we were just sitting in the same old couches at church. We got to see Yamaya's dogs and Elena's bees, for example. It gave an entirely different kind of intimacy that usually would not have happened. Our group was weird in both the content of the people and the way it was executed, but I have enjoyed every moment that I have spent with these amazing and wonderful souls. Thank you to my friends for being really cool, and thank you to Carolyn for being a wonderful mentor.
Okay. Hi, I'm Patrick Elliott. That's all I got, I guess. I've grown up going to All Souls. I don't really remember a time where All Souls wasn't really a part of my life. UUs are some of the most accepting people, and it really doesn't matter where you stand in life or if anything's gone wrong in the world for you. You can always enter All Souls and be greeted with a smile. This small thing has helped shape my values in life. I live my life wanting to be welcoming to everyone I meet, and it's one of my personal values to be hospitable to everyone. I think smiling is one of the most welcoming things someone can do to you. The phrase, "smiling is contagious," is one I live by. I try my best to spread my smile to everyone around me and keep everyone in a good mood while I'm with them. I do some stupid things and I make some stupid jokes, but if I can get someone else to smile for my shenanigans, then I'm happy. Which brings me to my next value. Showing kindness to everyone, no matter what. There are always people in your life who you may not agree with, or you may not find that you like. But it doesn't mean you treat them any worse than people who you agree with. You can't just throw someone out the door because you have a different favorite flavor of ice cream. Everyone deserves some level of respect and kindness from you. Coming of age has helped me grow as a person and as a friend and other things. Some of my favorite memories were given to me from coming of age. The trip to Boston was one of those memories. It was the beginning of this adventure and helped me get close to the people who I was going to be coming of age with. Our time through the year was some of my favorite, and it will be hard to forget my experience. Sadly, our time together in person was cut short due to this world pandemic. So we moved into online meetings, which were different to say the least. It was a very big change of pace and was chaotic in the beginning, but I still got to see everyone and spend time together with them. While we were still in person, we talked about the existence of God or a higher power. It's one of my favorite topics to discuss with people because it isn't just your everyday discussion topic. People have to actually think hard about it, put some thought to it. Just about everyone in our group had a different opinion and said different things. Personally, I can't wrap my head around it. One hand, there could be a God. On the other, who knows? Now, I like to place myself in the middle and lean both ways every so often. Something else we covered was the belief of good or evil. Another thing where it's hard to believe one thing or another. Whoever you ask is going to give a different answer on what may be good and what may be evil. If you pose the question to one person, they'll say one thing is evil and one thing is good. Now, you ask someone else, and they'll disagree entirely. But it's hard for me to put a finger down on it, and where good starts, where evil ends, or vice versa. But I can find a vague answer. Good is doing something that helps people, and even helps yourself. But once you start helping yourself and hurting others, you're moving into evil territory. And I'd like to end this by thanking my peers, my mentor, Patrick Sheehan-Gomer, and everyone at the congregation for helping me become who I am today. Thank you.
In the few years I have been part of the All Souls community, I have learned more than I ever could have imagined before joining. I grew up among people who had unshakable beliefs in practically everything, from religion to knitting styles. Before joining this incredible community, I did not realize there were people who were so incredibly accepting of one another. While living in Nebraska, I believed in spirits, miracles, even a higher being, because that's what everyone around me believed. But I did question myself when it came to moral, religious, even political beliefs. After moving to Connecticut and being exposed to so many different ideas, I realized those were not my true beliefs. I don't believe in ghosts, miracles, or higher beings, but I also don't not believe in them. I believe in science, and science has not proved these things to be real, so I won't believe in them for now. But I do enjoy a good conversation about these topics, no matter what the other person may believe, because I know that I shouldn't judge them. While we were in Boston, my friends and I were able to have these conversations. We did not get upset with one another. We just learned more about how each of us live, how we interacted with people, how we acted in different situations. We helped each other, we sang together, and we learned a lot about UU and U.S. history. It was an incredible journey, and I felt like I gained 5 years of knowledge in the span of a weekend. While growing and learning with my friends, who each have very similar and different beliefs than myself, I learned so much. I felt like I finally found my morals in life, my beliefs, and I was finally able to define who I was as a UU, as a human, and as a citizen of the United States. My beliefs and morals will always be different from anyone I come across, but that's perfectly alright. There is no set belief that anyone is born with, and I am not able to know what they went through to believe in what they do, so I will not judge. No matter where you are from, who you believe, what you believe, or how you look or speak, I will not judge you based on your appearance. I will judge you based on your actions. I have been able to judge myself and my beliefs without feeling out of place because here at All Souls, all are welcome, all are loved, and all are appreciated for who they are. I want to thank everybody and anyone who has accepted me into this community, especially Peggy Flood, my mentor, and Carolyn. They have really shaped who I am as a human today, and I'm very thankful.
Hi, I'm Cooper. Don't need to say my last name. I'm Cooper Hurd. Coming of age has shaped me into a better person. I've gotten to form a personal bond with my peers and connect with them on things I had no idea we had in common. When I think of the most meaningful part of this journey, I think about learning about myself as a person. The shutdown that canceled all in-person meetings gave me time to reflect on my person and find the true person I aspire to be. There's no point in bettering yourself solely to please one person. Bettering yourself should not only be for yourself, but for the whole community. Personal growth is a large piece of maturity, and responsibility follows that. Coming of age not only opened my mind up for growth, it also taught me a sense of responsibility I do not think I could get anywhere else. This responsibility of being a positive impact on society. Why hate somebody for things of their past? There's no need for hate in our short lifetimes. Coming of age opened my eyes to a community that loves you no matter who you are. This community has always been part of my life, and I cannot think about what it would be like without this community. I think about how society often judges people on their past, and how society does not always accept the change that people make to themselves. This is a way of determining good and evil. Each person has their own definitions of good and evil, and one person's good is another evil. Everybody is their own person and has their own thought process. You shouldn't hate somebody for not agreeing with you. I like the saying, agree to disagree, because we need to respect others' opinions and value them. You may not agree with somebody's statements, but their thoughts have the same value as yours. I'd like to end with a quote from Jerry Garcia that has been on my mind recently. What we're thinking about is a peaceful planet. We're not thinking about anything else. We're not thinking about any kind of power. We're not thinking about any of those kinds of struggles. We're not thinking about revolution or war or any of that. That's not what we want. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to hurt anybody. We would all like to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life, you know? And think about like moving the whole human race ahead a step or a few steps. This quote has been on my mind a lot recently, and the fact that Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead never wanted violence. The Grateful Dead was about bringing a diverse group of people together with music and caring for each other. Society would be such a better place if we could set our differences aside and unite with love and compassion for one another. I'd like to thank all who have helped me in this spiritual journey into adulthood.
So it has been quite a journey for you all during the longest coming of age class ever at All Souls. One of our conversations during our virtual time together was about holding on to beauty during difficult times. So we are handing to each of you these beautiful flowers during this joyful moment, so you may always reflect back on the beauty of being together. You always have that, no matter what else is happening. And so I ask you to stand up, and Carolyn will hand you your flowers. Congratulations. So we also let the youth know that we wanted to honor them by making a donation in their names. And they chose to have this donation go to Save the Sound to support environmental justice in action. So All Souls will be sending $300 to Save the Sound. And the youth's desire to make a difference is contained in this gift.
And now it is traditional for us to offer a blessing to all of you and Nehemiah. So what is a blessing? A blessing is a moment set apart when love is concentrated on the ones who receive such care. As such, a blessing is a gift. It is a moment that you may hearken back to when your spirits are down, or even when your spirits are up. When you were each dedicated into this community and faith, the blessing the congregation shared with you and your parents, all who are gathered here, was that you would grow older, surrounded by beauty, embraced by love, and cradled in the arms of peace. That is a blessing and a covenant, both. This blessing is a confirmation of that covenant. And so may the spirit of life and love rise up in your hearts and minds as you come of age today. This ritual that is witnessed by your families here gathered and by the congregation tomorrow, may it sit deeply in your hearts as a turning point. I've come to know each of you in the time that we have spent together. I have witnessed your joy in each other's company as a joy that has been hard won. Friendship doesn't often bloom just naturally. Although some of you have known each other since you were very young children, your mature friendships were born through patience and genuine curiosity and care. You are coming of age in a time rife with mistrust of others, of stark moral and ethical divisions among people. Into this reality, may you muster the courage and the grace to share your relational skills that you have showed and modeled in this process in all the places that you go. Henry David Thoreau said, "The only cure for love is to love more." And so may you be blessed with courage to open your hearts to love, loving others and life itself more and more and more. May the common violence and cruelty you witness on the daily be eclipsed by beauty of the natural world, which is so important to all of you, beauty in the arts, so important to all of you. Beauty in deeds of kindness and care, so evident in each of you. And finally, may the blessing of laughter that rises up from the bottom of your souls, be your constant companion through all of your days. Add to that the blessing that is resilience. These are the blessings that buoy one's soul. Go from this ritual secure in the knowledge that you may lean on your growing Unitarian Universalist faith and the congregation that has witnessed you through childhood and now youth, while embracing you with love and cradling you in the arms of peace. You are loved. And now each of you take that love and bless the world. And may the congregation say, Amen. Amen.
Each week, one way you bless and support the children, youth, and everyone in this faith community is through your giving. Each person or family is able to give differently, but all donations are contributed with care and received with love. We are grateful for your generosity. Thank you. And now to prepare us for the offering, we say these words together. We give to the work of all souls. Our work weaves the fabric of love called community. To this end, we dedicate ourselves and this our offering. The offering will be gratefully received. For all you have given, shared, and sacrificed, thank you. And now please join Tanya in singing our closing hymn, Let It Be a Dance.
Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance, let it be a dance, let it be a dance. Learn to follow, learn to lead. Feel the rhythm, feel the need. To reap the harvest, plant the seed. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. everybody turn and spin. Let your body learn to bend. And like a willow with the wind, let it be a dance, let it be a dance, let it be a dance. A child is born, the old must die. A time for joy, a time to cry. Take it as it passes by. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Morning star comes out at night. Without the dark there's no light. If nothing's wrong, then nothing's right. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let the sun shine, let it rain. Share the laughter, bear the pain. And round we go again. Let it be a dance.
Our service has ended, but our work is not yet done. May our spirit be renewed and our purpose resolved as we meet the challenges of the week. Our chalice flame is extinguished until once again ignited by the strength of our communion.
We are never complete. We are never finished. We are always yet to be. May we always allow others to be and help enable each other to grow towards all that we are capable of becoming. Amen.
A couple of announcements. Today, Faith Formation is virtual. It's shifted from in-person to virtual. So we hope to see you all on Zoom. Check your email for the link. And please send in the names of loved ones who you would like to remember in the Ritual of Remembrance. Send them to Tammy with Ritual of Remembrance in the subject line. And the minister is online Wednesday at 12:30. Contact Tammy for the Zoom link. And I know these youth always had laughter through everything. So go with laughter and peace and enjoy the postlude. That's it.